Welcome to this week's Chinuch Hashkafa message. It's Parshas Vayikra, but it's of course also Parshas Zachor and the Shabbos before Purim. So I want to continue focusing on Purim. As I said last week, we need to prepare ourselves and our children for an upcoming Yom Tov, so they should be fully in the spirit and fully in the mood. So I think Purim is a very important time to try and focus ourselves and focus our children to discuss what the real meaning of Purim is, and by extension, what is the real meaning of Simcha. You know, part of the problem is that Purim, because of all the dressing up, which is a minhag Yisrael, and for children particularly, and with all the fun that children have and the Simcha that goes on, we sometimes lose focus of what it really is all about, and what is real Simcha. So first of all, here's a few things you can share with your children in terms of Divrei Torah, to explain to ourselves and to explain to our children that actually Purim is a serious day, not serious in the sense of being solemn, but it's a very deep day. It's a day of tremendous connection between us and Hashem. It's a day of an Eis Ratzon. It's a day which has such spiritual and ruchnistic opportunity. There's the famous Tikkunei Zohar that says that Purim is higher than Yom Kippur because Yom Kippur is called Yom Kippurim. It's a day like Purim, but it's not quite Purim. Both Yom Kippur and Purim have similar ideas that we connect to Hashem in the deepest way possible, coming from the deepest level of Anash, but Purim is even greater because we can do so without disconnecting from the world. We can connect to Hashem in the eating, in the saying l'chaim, in the fun that we have, so to speak. There's the concept also, a beautiful word. We know that whenever it says Hamelech in the Megillah, we know a famous tradition that Hamelech refers to Hashem, Malkei Shel Olam, the King of the world. Esther, when she's told to go to when she's told by Mordechai to go to Achashverosh, and she says you have to leich knoises kol Yehudim, you have to prepare, you have to fast, and then she says after that I haven't been called to the king, and she says the pasuk of v'chein ovoi el hamelech asher lo yichados, I'm going to come illegally to the king, and the Mefarshim explain that's what Purim is all about. Purim, there's a tremendous opportunity. Purim is a day that we can connect to Hashem asher lo yichados. Even if we don't deserve it, even if we didn't prepare properly, even if we not legally, so to speak, deserving of coming to the Malkei Shel Olam, Purim, all doors are open, of V'chein Ovei Lamelech Asher Lo Chados, we can come even if it's not legal. Which shows us how great Purim is, which leads us into a discussion which I think we need to have with our children, and that is, what is the true meaning of Simcha? Yes, Purim is a day of Simcha. But today's society often unfortunately from what children see, and sometimes see even in frum context, be it a kiddush club with excessive drinking, or be it a party where people just, as we say in Yiddish, tzulazach, they're just wild and just empty. That's not Simcha. That's hoylulus, that's being wild, that's pleasure seeking. That's not the true meaning of Simcha. Purim is that you may mishta Simcha, but what is the Simcha? So of course Simcha goes with the pasuk, as the Megillah tells us, La Yehudim hoisa oira v'simcha, v'sosim v'yikar. But oira v'simcha, the first two words. And Chazal tell us, oira zu Torah. Oira is Torah. Simcha only comes, real Simcha, comes from an inner connection with the Torah, an inner connection with Hashem and His mitzvahs. Purim is the deepest connection between us and Hashem. Purim is a time to really connect with Hashem. It's a time to go out of ourselves and connect with other people. That's what Mishloach Manos is, Matanas Levyonim, giving of ourselves. Giving ourselves to others and giving ourselves to Hashem. Giving ourselves to the Torah, like the Gemara says, Hodor Kiblu. Purim was a time that the Yidden re-accepted the Torah, willingly this time, properly willingly, with Simcha, with Ahava. That's what Purim is, and that's what brings the Simcha. If there's Oira, then there's real Simcha. And of course, we know how important Simcha is. Simcha means the Simcha to do a mitzvah, the Simcha to be connected to Hashem, the Simcha to understand another concept of Torah, the Simcha to have the opportunity to do Avas Yisrael, to help another Yid. That's a type of Simcha we have to develop, and that's the theme of Purim, which we need to discuss both with ourselves and both with our children, which of course ties in to the Shabbos, and you can connect it to Amalek. One of the whole things of Amalek is against Simcha, the Simcha of a mitzvah. As we know, by Amalek it says, Asher korcha baderech, which literally means that Amalek met the Jewish people on the way. But the Chazal tell us that korcha comes from the word krirus, to cool down. One of the whole ideas of Amalek is to instill skepticism. Amalek says, no, you're going to do the mitzvah. Okay, do the mitzvah, but not with a chayas. Complain about it as you do it. See it as an imposition. See it as a thing that's just hard to do. We know, of course, yes, some mitzvahs are hard, but the importance of doing mitzvah with a chayas, being mahadr b'mitzvahs, having joy doing a mitzvah. That's what Purim is all about. That's why we have to remove Amalek, destroy Amalek. Zachor, eis asher asa lecha Amalek. So this is a discussion, and I think it's a broader discussion than just Purim. First of all, it goes with Purim itself. The Purim just shouldn't, of course, the kids have to have fun and all of that, but they have to see also a deeper side to Purim, and that they'll see with us. They'll see how we conduct ourselves in our Purim Suda. Do we go crazy, or do we farbraying? Do we share divrei Torah? Do we ma'orer ourselves and other Yidden? They'll see how Purim is a deep day by the fact that we go out of our way to help other people do the mitzvahs of Mishloach Manos, Matanos, Lavyonim, etc. Let them see and let them understand a deeper side to Purim by us showing that example. And in Mirz Hashem, be able to draw the tremendous Simcha from Purim, and everyone will have a Freiliche Purim, and a Purim connected with true Simcha of connection with the Eibishter. Have a good day and a good Shabbos.